Hello everyone, this is Ricky from Data Mastery, and today we are going to talk about some of the recent AWS announcements, specifically in the field of Gen AI. So this is a monthly update on AWS data and AI ML services or features released by AWS in the last 30 days or so. So we are going to talk about two services, which are Amazon Bedrock and Amazon Q. Let's start with Amazon Bedrock, and the first feature that we're going to talk about is support for cost allocation tags for inference profiles. This allows users to manage and allocate generative AI costs by tagging inference usage for better tracking and categorization, for example, by department or team or application. The next one is custom model import, which is generally available. So this feature was in preview for the last few months or so, but now this is GA. So what this is, it introduces the capability for users to import and use their own machine learning models within Bedrock. So this enhances the flexibility and personalization of your LLM applications. The third one is prompt management, which was also in preview and now it has been GA or generally available. So what is prompt management? It adds prompt management features enabling users to organize and reuse prompts. So basically you can create your prompt library in Bedrock, and it helps to improve the efficiency in generative AI application development. The third one is conversational builder for agents. So this launches an interactive tool for building conversational AI, streamlining the process of creating and deploying custom AI-driven interactions. So when you have to build or create the agents in Amazon Bedrock, you can actually talk to the builder or converse with the builder, and you can provide a human language based specifications or requirements, and then the conversational builder will actually create the agent for you. Now let's talk about Amazon Q. The first feature is simplified setup and new web experience. So what is a web experience? It is a built-in application, or a web application rather, which is provided by Amazon Q so that you can get started with your private data and you have a nice web application up and running, which you can integrate with SSO, and you can have your IAM role-based access control set up. And next we have enhanced capabilities to view user activities. So this is another security feature, I would say, which enhances your administrators to see the user activities, like what exactly the users are doing when they are subscribed to the Amazon Q, whatever subscription that they have subscribed to, whether this is a light version or a pro version. So after subscribing, whatever activities users are performing, the administrator can have a granular look at those activities and can easily identify and understand what exactly is going on in the system. Now I can show the actual release URLs which are provided by AWS for all of these features. So this is the announcement for the cost allocation tags, and this announcement was made on November 1st, 2024. And this is basically similar to the other cost allocation tags we use for other AWS services. It really helps you to categorize where the cost is going for your generative AI applications or workloads. So you can have the team tag or a department tag or application tag, and you can use those tags as cost allocation tags for your generative AI workloads. And how you can use these tags? So you can leverage this feature by creating an application inference profile. So there is a nice article on how to create the inference profile. So what is an inference profile? Inference profile is when you actually make a request or invoke the model. So in general, we use this term inference when we call the machine learning model or when we use the machine learning model. Let's say you have a model deployed on SageMaker, and when you use that model, we call that inference. So this is a similar concept. So you create the inference profiles, and you have all the step-by-step instructions how you can use that. So using these inference profiles, you not only monitor cost, but you can also track the usage metrics for your models. And you also have a cross-region inference, which means you can use the inference profile that includes multiple AWS regions. It will really help to increase the throughput, and based on where the calls are being made for your model, the nearest location or nearest region will be selected for the inference. And the next one is, as I said earlier, to import your custom model. So now you don't have to rely on just the foundation models provided as part of the Bedrock service, but you can also import the custom models. For example, Meta Llama 3.2 or Mistral 8x7b. So you can bring those models into Bedrock. And the advantage in that scenario or that use case is you can leverage the Bedrock's native features like setting up the guardrails or using the agents or the knowledge bases or the prompt flows. So you can bring your own models, and then you can also leverage the features provided by Bedrock. Now you can also deploy these models on, let's say, SageMaker Studio endpoints, but then you won't be able to leverage the Bedrock's native features if you have these models deployed on SageMaker Studio. So this really helps to bring everything under one roof. So you bring your own custom models, and then you can also leverage Amazon Bedrock's internal or native features. Prompt management, like I said earlier, you can say that this is a library of prompts. So you can define multiple prompts, and you can also provide some dynamic variables in those prompts. And those prompts will be used as part of your application development. And the good thing about the prompt management is that you create the first prompt, and then you use that, you test it out, and then you make a release out of that. And you can also keep on creating new versions of the same prompt by enhancing how the prompt is working. Like if you have to make some changes, then you can enhance the prompt and publish that as a next version, like a V2. And then you can test your application against V2. And if all works fine, then you can decommission V1. Or you can keep the V1 for the backward compatibility, just in case you have to go fall back on the V1 version. So this provides a lot of flexibility. Plus, it also helps you to build a library so that application teams don't have to build the prompts again and again. So it allows you not to reinvent the wheel, but to use the prompts out of your library. So this is the announcement which was made in October, and this is about the Bedrock agents. So before this feature, you could have created the Bedrock agents using whatever the web interface that AWS provides, or using CLI or SDK. But the conversational builder is something is again like using NLP to create the Bedrock agent configurations. So you can tell the conversational builder that, hey, I want to create an agent which will tell me the weather forecast for different cities. So this will build a skeleton framework for you. Obviously, you will have to make some changes wherever necessary, but it will create the IAM roles, permissions, and other required configurations which we need for building the agent. And here is one example. This is a nice article on how you can create and configure agent using the conversational builder. And you can see here in the conversational builder, I'm asking that, okay, create a travel agent, and it is asking you, okay, what is the purpose of travel agent? And then you can provide some additional inputs like travel agent books flights and hotels for vacation. So once you provide all these required inputs, it will create nice framework for you or a skeleton for you. You can make necessary changes whatsoever. And this is about simplifying the setup and the new web experience. So they have made some improvements in how you configure web experience. In particular, what this launch tells you that it allows administrators provide end users with a web app even before indexing their internal corporate knowledge for use. So before this feature, we first had to integrate the private data source with our application and sync the data. But now it says that you can provide the web app to the end users before the indexing of the internal data. So what this allows, it allows users to ask questions on the local files, because Amazon Q Web Experience also allows you to upload the local files, like the files on your laptop. You can upload to the Amazon Q web application and start asking questions. It is not just only for integrating with your private data source, but you can upload the file and start asking questions. So with this feature, users don't have to wait for the data to be indexed, but they will have access to the web app and they can just upload their personal files or local files and start asking questions right away. And the last announcement, which was made on November 12th, it is about enhancing the capabilities to view user activities. So this is more of a security guardrail, as I said earlier. So your org administrators can now view the last activity information for each user's subscription and applications within their subscriptions. This will allow administrators to identify the inactive subscriptions, for example, and this will also help the administrator to understand how many users are subscribed to a specific version of Amazon Q, whether this is a pro version or a light version. And you can also export the user activities reports to S3. This is a nice feature because it allows the administrators to export the user activities to S3, and you can keep that for audit as well, and you can also get more insights out of those reports. So this was all about some of the significant announcements made by AWS specifically for Amazon Bedrock and Amazon Q. We will provide these monthly updates, and we will capture the significant announcements, whether it's a new addition of the features or new launch of a service. So we will cover all those announcements, and wherever possible, we will also make some hands-on demo videos and help you guys understand better about the new services and new features. So I hope that you like this video, and if you do, please give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. Please also click on the notification bell icon so that you will be notified about these videos as soon as they are uploaded. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.